Hello, good evening, London. Good evening, Florida. This is Dr. Patrick Singh, founder of Greatness University and author of Seven Steps to Greatness. But importantly, this evening, I have the pleasure of welcoming to the show Miss Shermanda Anderson-Ramsay. Shermanda will be here to share her story, and she's one of the co-authors of this great book. Let's Plan change our lives. Hello, Shermanda. How are you?
I am well. How are you, Dr. Patrick?
Great and grateful. How is Jacksonville,
It's
Florida?
hot here, but I'm honored and thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you very much for accepting to be on this show as well, for taking the time to share your story with us. So, what do you do? Could you tell our viewers what you do and your background this moment in time?
Yes, I am first and foremost a child of the King. I'm a mother, I'm an author, a singer, a minister, coach, and trainer. That's pretty much, and a business owner of several, and I have several ministries. So
Wow. What could you tell us about your ministries?
yes, I have a family ministry, which is Fam Fun Ministries. It was created actually to put the fun back in the family. In society now, we're such in a microwave society, and everybody's running to do this, do that, and trying to complete, all these goals and, desires. And sometimes we forget, to kind of slow down and enjoy the family unit. And we often use the excuse that, well, I'm doing this for you. I've been there, done that. So it was actually created from, the Lord allowing me to see where I was kind of doing too much and wasn't spending enough time. And it's hard to sometimes get back to the fun of family. And that's one of those ministries. I have a women's ministry, which is Global Heart Girls connected with my Christian woman CEO, and it's all about Christ, just uniting, getting together, fulfilling bucket lists and things of that nature. And now I'm doing the Winning World, which you know about that. It's
Yes.
starting out as an anthology, but it has blossomed into so much in the last couple of weeks, which I'll be bringing some more information to you all on that. So that's just a couple of the things. It's so many things that I do, but those are the main things as far as ministry
Yes,
wise.
about the winning world. Can you tell us more about what is the kind of authors or co-authors you're looking at that book and how they can get in touch?
Yes, they can connect with us at connect at educators, the number 4 life. That's connect at educators for life. And that is with the number 4. Connect at Educators for Life. And that book is it's an anthology of stories being put together from friends and people that I've connected with and their friends, because I'm having more people send in information concerning other people that they're giving the information to. It's telling of a winning world. There's so much negative that is taking place in our society right now. And
Mhm.
people need to see that, what? We're still winning above all. There's greater winning than losing in the society. And irrespective to where you are, oftentimes people are trying to leave their country or leave their city or what have you. And in actuality, the winning begins inside of you. So with everybody being able to tell their stories from, burn victims, from people that have come out of prison. I mean, literally this book, myself, I was hit by a vehicle 3 years ago, and I was bedridden and I'm still bedridden maybe 2-3 days at the most out of a week, because I get up, get in motion, but I have spasms really bad, but it's not keeping me down. So it's part of showing people that are winning, irrespective to what disabilities or what has taken place. There are a lot of circumstances that takes place with all of us. But you know what? It's a mindset of saying, I'm never going to give up. There is something for me to do. And actually, I kind of joke. I said, God has a sense of humor because I always love the scenic routes. So he's taken me on another route in life to discover other giftings and other talents that are in my life from this place. So I'm doing something from this bed. I've written 5 books. 2 have been published. I have the Love Inspired Living book, which is on Amazon. I have the Educators for Life book, which is a 30-day devotional. And I have the Talk to Pray, Left is Pray. This is actually still being proofed at this time. And I have 2 children's books that are waiting to be illustrated. And of course, I guess I have 6 because we're doing the Winning World anthology. But I'm here to tell you that I've been on my healing bed. I don't call it my sick bed. I've been in my healing bed and still been able to produce more than what some people produce in a lifetime because we're constantly making excuses. But the anthology, a Winning World anthology, is all about showing we are winning, irrespective to where we are, what we're doing, that you can be a winner too, right where you are, and the stories, we're overcome by the words of our testimony. So we're given the opportunity to people to tell their testimonies as well as put their information in the book as far as their businesses so that others from around the world can reach out. So it's a marketing tool as well. So for those that even see, we always set aside something for marketing. This is a great marketing piece as well, because you just never know. Your story may be the very story that changes one life or 1,000. So.
Wow, so that is amazing. I have Kaisha. Kaisha is watching or viewing, watching us from London. She said that's amazing. And it's really amazing to see that within a space of less than 2 years, you've managed to write 6 books. Yeah. And all that is on top of the challenges that you're facing every day. You talked about being hit by a car and reading your story that appeared in the story that you shared in this book, Let's Change Our Lives. You said that event happened in the May of 2015. Could you tell us, please, about what happened and how that event changed your life?
Yes, actually, I was walking, leaving the copy center to do another business. I had a contract with the local school to provide tutoring services. I have another business, and that's Mobile On-Site Moms. We do tutoring services as well as provide activities for the children at events so that the parents can focus on, learning and truly continuing to grow while their children are young and not missing out. So we were headed to the tutoring session, and as I was crossing the street, the lady didn't see me and she ran into me. I was as a pedestrian, I was walking. So, that particular job was put on hold. It's going to come back. We're working to get everything back in order. But, I went from walking to a cane to a walker to a wheelchair. Now I'm back to my walker. I still have to do the wheelchair at times when, I can't walk too far, but I do as much walking as I can and taking a few steps here and there. I'm working my way back, so I won't be down for long.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that is very, very life-changing. Yeah. So seeing you here, you've gone through those challenges.
Yes.
And yet you managed to create amazing success as an author, as a ordained minister, as a business coach, as a business owner, certified speaker, all that, while as a mother as well, all that while on your healing bed. How did you manage all that?
I asked the same question. I said, because I've taken a lot of the medications that people end up ODing on and dying or getting addicted to. And I said, God, what is it that separates me from, the majority out there that have circumstances that take place in their life? What caused me to not just take the medicines as they were given it to me. I learned, I slowed myself down to figure out the pace within my own body with the medications and take it accordingly, and it was that I had a dream and a vision before I was hit. And oftentimes in life, people are going on day by day and they've never connected with the dream or with the vision that is within them. This world teaches us to connect with the vision and dreams of others, and let's help build this person's vision or this person's dream. And we forget about ourselves and the fact that I already connected and knew that there was greatness inside of me, and knew that, I have the ability to make life happen, not just for myself, but for others. When life happened, I was able to look up. As Les Brown says, is if you're going to fall down, make sure you fall down on your back so you can look up. And in actuality, it's so true. The fact that I landed on my back, I had something to reach up and say, oh no, I'm not finished. This is not over. I know what's in me. So I knew that there was something more. I knew that there was things that I needed to accomplish. And oftentimes, as I stated, many don't know that they, they haven't discovered that baby. And I've cloned the name, the Vision Birth and Doula. I literally help people birth their visions, because a lot of times the people that come to me, I do startups, help people with their startups. And oftentimes they have this wide view, but as we sit and talk, that those babies begin to leap inside of them. And it's not because of me, it's because the spirit and the divine, our God that lives within me, that connects and allows people to be awakened to that, that has been created. We're all created with something unique and something special, from birth. He say we were formed when he knew us, our Father knew us, our God, our divine, whoever you believe in. I believe in my God, Lord Savior Jesus Christ. We were known before we were formed in our mother's wombs. So if we were known by the greatest before being formed, then we were placed there with greatness. So we have to discover that greatness. And to answer your question and get off of it, is the reason why I was able to get up is because I had already connected with the dream and with the vision that lived inside of me. And actually, in this place, I've discovered it was so much more, and still much more to come, that I didn't even know existed. So, hey, nothing happens except he allows it. Yes, I wouldn't wish this pain on anyone, because it is a very painful place to be in. I sit here with a smile, as you all know. I keep my smile on, and I can smile through that pain. And I know that that is nothing but a gift from God. But it is a great pain. But sometimes at the worst points, something else is downloaded. So I'm like, okay, Daddy, however you want to use me, I'm yielded. I'm never going to let go. I'm never going to give in. I am not a quitter. It's not in my DNA. Winning is in my DNA. Being great is in my DNA, and that's who I am. And that's why we're here connected today.
Wow, that's beautiful. So it's not over until you win.
It's exactly. It's not over until I win. Amen.
And you're not just a winner by as well, you're a winner in the Lord.
That's it. That's it. And I never say, people say, well, and I've used it, and I have to correct myself. I used to say, well, until I die. But see, even once I leave here, I'm going on to live on high. So I'm after the point of leaving this earth, I'm going to live in even a better place, so I don't die. This spirit lives forever.
Oh, definitely, yes. There's one of, I think it's Saint Cecilia. Saint Cecilia says, he who sings, prays twice. He who sings, prays twice. And you as well do the singing. So what kind of music do you sing?
I do a little bit of everything. I have a country song that I've written. I do, Christian music. I do love songs for weddings, because I sing at weddings and anniversaries. So I do gospel, you name it. I'll dibble and dabble, and I have, accomplished things in many different areas. So I'm not limited, a little classical as well. So
which one are you giving us tonight?
oh, wow.
What taste of your music?
Well, I guess I'm a big believer in when the Spirit gives you something in the day, I generally just ride out with it. And, one of the ones that has just been ringing in my ear, I'm only going to give you just a taste.
Yes, just a taste.
Okay. And it's Your Anchor Holds and Grips the Solid Rock. Be sure your anchor holds and grips the solid rock. And it's more of a gospel, but it's in times like these. We need a Savior in times like these. We need an anchor. Be very sure. Be very sure your anchor holds and grips the solid rock. That rock is Jesus. Yes, he's the one. That rock is Jesus, the only one. Be very sure. Be very sure. Your anchor holds and grips the solid rock. That's it.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Just listen to your voice and was taken back to one of the musicians I used to listen to growing up, and that's Whitney Houston.
Yes.
I didn't tell you. What I didn't tell you was that you as well, more or less, you look like her as well.
Oh, wow. She was one of the greats. Oh, I miss her so. But thank you.
So she's one of the people that influenced your singing as well?
Yeah, CeCe Winans, Whitney. I mean, it's so many. I listen, like I said, I listen to all kinds of music, including country music. So my country song was given to me when I was in college. And I'm like, God, what in the world am I supposed to do with that in a Black church? They're going to laugh me out of the church. And I ended up being able to sing that on the TBN station many years later. And I knew it when it came to me. I'm like, this is a TBN station song. This isn't a song that I can just sing in my local church.
Wow. So how did Les Brown then fit into all this? Because you as well, you belong to the Les Brown Institute. You've attended you've been certified by Les. How did you end up with the Les Brown Institute and discover your speaking gift through him?
Well, as a minister, I've spoken, before. So speaking wasn't a new thing for me. It's just the style of speaking was a little bit different, but I realized that I had to connect back to what I knew to make it work. I was actually on my healing bed, really at a place that everything said, this is the time to join any kind of a certification. But I had followed Les Brown for, many years, and it had been like a disconnect of time, and something came through the mail, through the email, and I saw something about the Institute, and I said, oh, Les Brown, let me check. And I checked out some other ones, but, hearing his name, it just resonated, and I was so excited. I'm like, well, let me just call. And I'm thinking, girl, you can't be calling these people. I hadn't worked. 3 years. And so it's like, how is this going to work? But I called and God made it work. We got it together, and I was able to make my payment and get my stuff paid for. And, it really was more so about making the connections. I had been in a place where I was in my room most of the time. So, and though it was my healing bed and healing time, and a lot of downloads took place, being able to connect with people that I call, you guys are my tribe. When you connect with people who, think like you, move like you, dream like you, believe like you, and know that there's something exciting and unique inside of them, it actually gives more energy. and helps you live to that next place. So I had traveled with a group called Up With People many years ago, and it's actually several of them that are going to be a part of the anthology. And we traveled to 8 countries in 1 year, and we never lived in a hotel. It was always in a host family. So I got to live the culture and break down the stereotypes. So my life is a little bit unique and different from everyone else in the way that I view things and the way that I do things. And it actually makes people sometimes a little bit uncomfortable because I am, really a free spirit. But it's who God has made me. So connecting with the Les Brown Institute and being able to meet Mr. Les Brown and his family and Matt and, all the team, Susan and all of them. Oh my goodness, Marie. I mean, everybody connecting with the Browns and the Institute, that meshing together literally gave me life. It helped, though I was living and, creating, being able to connect with that. It's something about that force. That's why it's important to unite with people who believe like you and who are going places are already in places that you desire to go, because there's something about that energy force that causes you to be pulled up. So it was something that caused me to say, you know what, though I already knew there was still life and there were things that I needed to do and things that I was doing, it made me do even greater things. So now I'm here with you. I was able to be invited to be a part of your amazing book, Les Brown Changed Our Lives, Dr. Patrick, and, so many other things. Yes, there we go. That I am honored, to be a part of that. I'm honored. Without that, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I wouldn't know you. So I look at all of the people that I've gotten to know and my sisters and brothers, as I call you, because you all are like my family. You're my family. So I can reach out and ask a question or say, come and be a part of what I'm doing if you desire to be a part. So it's created a whole nother momentum in our lives to go higher. So that's what that is. And that's how it's changed my life. I'm, though seated in this chair, I'm yet standing tall inside myself.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Shermanda, for sharing your story. Thank you very much for who you are and for sharing your gifts. Someone said our lives are a gift, and how we live our lives is a gift back to God. And you're an example, not an exception, you're an example, a person who is living a life according to what their potential or her potential is. Because most people say what you're doing or what you do is extraordinary, therefore they give up. Why? Because they don't realize the extraordinary thing within them. They focus on the extraordinary things that people are doing, but they forget, realize, look, it's possible that anyone can do these things. Anyone can write 5 books in 2 years. Anyone can sing if they tap into the greatness within them. So they forget to go deeper. But you're an example of those people who have gone deeper based on what I know about you and being able to live full, as Les Brown say, live full, so that people are able to share from your overflow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how can people who are viewing tonight and will be viewing tomorrow, after tomorrow, how can they connect with you? What kind of things you can help them do?
Well, if you have a story, if you have something that you have overcome and you are wanting to tell your testimony, look, I'm a firm believer we go through not for ourselves, but to help those around us. We were chosen to go through because it was known that we would survive and we would be triumphant. But there are many who don't have that strength. So by our testimonies, people's lives are waiting to be changed by you and by me. So if you have a story and you would like to be a part of the A Winning World anthology, and as I stated, I actually just got a contract for something else last night that has not come, before you all, that I'll be talking about this week. I got the call and, was asked to do something. And yes, I'm going to do it. It's centered around the anthology, and this has actually given us a whole nother platform, for all of us to be a part of. And if you have a story and you want to,
so we seem to be losing you here. So if you have a story and like to be part of this book, called The Winning World, get in touch with Shermanda. And just to
transform and to know that we have something to give. So connect with me. You can call the number 904 533-5222. Again, that number is 904-533-5222, or connect on the email box at connect, CONNECT, at Educators for Life, and that's educators, the number 4 life.com. And that's how you can connect with me, or even on Facebook, Shermanda Ramsay, Shermanda Anderson-Ramsay. The Shermanda is actually what it is now. So look me up and connect on Facebook. Let's talk. Let's, even if you don't want to do the book, there may be something else you want to connect to do. It's okay. I just would love to hear from you all and, hear your story, share, and just be a family, because that's what we are, Dr. Patrick. You all are my family.
Oh, yes, definitely. We're a great family, as they say. You can't be a human being by yourself. In Africa, I come from Uganda, and in Africa, we believe very much in the interconnectedness of life. One of the famous theologians in Africa said, I am because you are. Since you are, therefore I am. In other words, my personality or my being as a human does not just end with my skin. Your personality, you as a human being, does not end with your skin. We are beings, we are human beings in relationship. And through the giving and the receiving, through the sharing of ideas, sharing of who we are, then we're able to grow together and succeed together and make this world a better place than we found it. So that's why I'm very interested in definitely connecting with you and getting onto a Winning World book anthology. And there you have like 60 people will be contributing that book.
I didn't hear that. You've gone a little bit low.
In the Winning World, how many people are you looking for? How many spots are you left with? Places?
We're actually wanting 88, and we have more, have actually connected. It's just we're waiting for the stories to come in.
Yes, and if anyone is interested in a Winning World, definitely connect on that. But you as well do coaching, don't you?
Yeah. Yes.
So could you tell us about your coaching and how people can connect and what kind of coaching you offer?
Yes, I actually do, as I stated earlier, startups, help people, start their businesses up, and also be connected as a contractor for the state. There are certain things that you have to do to get yourself in line for that. I'm actually, registered and certified, not just in my city, but in my state, as a small business enterprise, a minority business enterprise. So I help people with, understanding and knowing the process to get certified, to get contracts in their city as well as in the state, and, eventually abroad. Also, we do, team building and corporate trainings. It's something actually that I learned through MPI, Maximum Potential Institute, with Matt Wan. So, there are many things, many areas. I'm not limited. I'm actually producing 2 books for 2 people at this time now. So there's another piece to the puzzle that was added from my healing bed.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing your story this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for watching. And if you're going to watch later on, thank you very much. I've been talking to Shermanda Anderson-Ramsay, live from Jacksonville in Florida. She's one of the co-authors of Let's Brown Change Our Lives, which is now available on Amazon as ebook, which you can get for free tonight, up to midnight tonight. That is Pacific time, and also available as a paperback. Important as Shermanda as well, she has an anthology coming up called A Winning World. So if you're interested in getting your story on how you've won in life, how you've overcome the challenges of life and gone on to win, then you need as well to connect with Shermanda. Thank you very much. So Shermanda, just before I leave you, this question I always ask people, and it's always a surprise question. So what is your main message to the world? For example, the one most important thing that you need the world to know about?
You know, I would just say we were born to win. At the end of the day, you were born to win. And if you want to, get to that place of winning, connect with people. We're here. We love you. I send kisses and much love to each and every last one of you. It's all about love. So you have to connect with people that will love you and that will encourage you and that will bring forth that baby out of you. Again, as the vision birth and doula, it's all about birthing that vision. We're all born with the vision. We all have dreams. We just have to connect with it. And we're here to help you connect with that. It's no giving up. It's only going up. And winning. This is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and you will rejoice and be glad in it.
Thank you very much, Shermanda. You are born to win too. Thank you very much for giving your time. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for helping us become winners.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Dr. Patrick, a part of this amazing book. As far as Les Brown, changed our lives. Les Brown, it's a beautiful thing. As they say, when I first saw you post it, I said, what an honor, what a blessing that is, because we're supposed to give the flowers while a person is yet living versus after they've gone on to live on high. I don't say the other side. So the fact that he's still here and he's able to, see people loving on him for the lives that he's changed and for, the impact that he's placed in this society, in this world, that's what we're all born to do. We're impact givers in this life. So being able to be connected with him and to share the fact that you're giving him his roses while he is yet here with us it's just amazing. And that's what I thought of when I first saw it. And I said, we need to do that more often, be it your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife, your children, the people that you work with. Give them their flowers while they're yet here. Love on them. Let them know how special they are. Let them know that they're changing your lives, your pastors, your coaches, the people that are like you and myself. Dr. Patrick, you've changed my life. And I thank you for that. I want you to know that. I don't want to say, oh, yeah, I met Dr. Patrick, and we've never met in person, but over the Facebook, and we did an interview. But he was a very special person, but I never told you. So I'm letting you know you're a very special person. And I appreciate you and I honor you today. And I thank you. God is doing amazing things with you. So thank you. And I want you to know I love you. I love your wife. I love everything that you all are doing. We're connected for life.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Shermanda. Thank you very much for that honor, and very grateful. Very grateful. Thank you. Bye.